Okay. So now can you see the screen?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Sekarang ni recording that one. Okay. So today what I will do, we will start with the chapter on income tax. Income tax. That chapter is the next chapter after our previous chapter. This is on income tax. Now, what we'll do, first I will go back to the basic model where we have the income tax, the lump sum tax, the income, the tax, lump sum tax. So that was a review lah. You know, we already saw that one. Okay, and then number two, we look at the effect of tax. The effect of the tax, the income tax, right, on work, leisure. Work and leisure. So that is number two. And then number three, we are going to define the concept of income, comprehensive income. Comprehensive. Okay, comprehensive income. So because we are looking at income tax, so we need to define income as comprehensive as possible. So you define or you identify income in terms of comprehensive income. In other words, sources. Okay, different sources, and then we look at the income tax. Okay, all the sources, and then number four. How come I cannot write? Okay, number four, you tax. Okay, tax on the income. Okay, so that's basically what we are planning to do tonight, not necessarily tonight, on that chapter. Okay, all right. Now, let's begin with the lump sum tax. So you recall, okay, we have the income tax, which is the lump sum tax. Income tax was imposed on the consumer. It was lump sum tax. In other words, if you recall, the budget line was equal to what? I minus E equal to PXX plus PYY. So T is tax on income, right? It's income tax. And it's a simple tax, just lump sum. Okay? Lump sum means one quantity. It's a constant, one quantity for everybody. Okay? Constant for all. So suppose T is equal to 500. And then example, okay? So let's say income is equal to 2,000. Then tax is 500. Now everybody will be paying 500. So that's why we call lump sum. Constant, same amount, everybody. So if you recall the diagram, how does the diagram look like? I just draw it here. You have Q. Now, can you hear me clear? I think now the rain has stopped. So you have the budget line before the tax B0. That was U0. And then after the tax, right? So this we introduce this text here, T, right, lump sum text. We see that the budget line will shift to say B1. Okay, so we can call this B equal to B1. Okay, so what happened? Utility will be decreased. You have U. So this one I already discussed in the previous chapter. So when when I started the chapter on the price tax, so we were looking at the lump sum tax and the excise tax, the price tax. So you will see I'm sorry, it's not PQ. Okay, it's not PQ. It should be what? It should be X and Y. Sorry. Okay, it should be X, Y. So here I got X0, Y0, and at E1, X1, Y1. So we saw that already, the outcome. First, utility decrease. Okay, that's number one. So you see the utility decreases. U1 is less than U0. So the income tax make everybody was off, make the consumers was off. Utility was reduced. And as you can see, X decreases, Y also decrease. Okay, so you can look at what Y1 is less than Y0. X1 is also less than X0. So this is the effect of the lump sum tax. And we did the comparison between this kind of tax to the price tax. And we saw that, in fact, consumers prefer this tax, okay, rather than the price tax, because it ended up on a higher indifference curve. Okay, so that is, of course, not the concern now. Okay, our concern now is just to look at due to the lump sum tax, income tax, you have reduction in utility and reduction in both X and Y. Okay, right. So that's number one. Now, number two, how does income tax affect our work? Because you tax income, all right? When we tax income, there is an incentive for us to change our behavior. Do we work more or do we work less? Or do we maintain the same amount of work? All right. So let's look at a model which give us how does the income tax affect our work. Okay. So here the effect of tax on work and leisure. Okay. Leisure means we don't work. You don't work means you have leisure. Okay, just free time. So here, the effect of tax on work. So people or us, either you work or don't work. Okay. Now, if we don't work, it means we are having leisure time. Okay. So, but we're going to look at this model, how tax on income will affect our behavior on working, and of course, trade off with the leisure. Okay, all right. So we're going to look at work, leisure, trade off. So if it is tax income, then question is, do you work less and more leisure, or do we work more, less leisure, or it doesn't change? So that is our question. So we're looking at a model here. we know that here, okay, we were looking at the daily model, daily basis. Now, in a day, how many hours you have? You have 24 hours total, all right? Now, 24 hours, what do we do? Either you work or you leisure, okay? So W is work, hours of working lah, hours of working. L is hours of leisure. All right, so 24 hours, I can work how much? I can work 12. I can work 8, berapa? 16, okay? Or you have 10, 14, something like that. Now, this work and leisure can change, but the total will be constant. Because one day you have what? You have 24 hours a day. Okay, so you have 24 hours a day that cannot be changed. Okay, that's a constant. But you can change the amount of work and leisure. Okay, given that 24 hours. So work is work, W is work hours, and L is a leisure. Now suppose we have the wage. Okay, the wage rate. That means how much you are paid per hour. Say W, equal to W. So wage rate, how much you pay per hour? For example, let's say W is equal to 20. So this is RM 20. So 1 hour you are paid 20 ringgit. So that is our wage, okay? And then given that W, and then you have the 24 hours equal to W plus L, then in order for you to find your income, right, you need to know how much you work. So how much time do you work? We work 24 minus L. Okay, W is 24 minus L. So therefore, how much income do I have earned every day? That will be what? W, the wage rate, multiplied by the number of hours I work. Or that coming from where? Coming from W multiplied by W. So one W is capital W, that means the hours of work. The wage, okay, small w. So W times big W, that is our income. And in terms of leisure, okay, that is equal to 24 minus L. All right? Okay. So example, if it is W equal to 8 hours, that means 24 minus 16, okay, equal to 8. So you are working 8 hours. So how much is your income? Income is 20 times 8. So 1 hour and 60 ringgit a day. So that is income. Okay. So now you have equation in terms of W and L. Like that. Okay. So W and L, where W is the wage rate and it's a constant. Okay, it's given. Example here 20. So if you have example 20, then what? Then our income is equal to 20 times 24 minus 20 L. All right, so that is equal to, you multiply 24 by 20, you get 480 hours, 480 ringgit, 480 minus 20 L. So that is our budget line. Okay, and that budget line, the income, is quite different than what you have previously. Okay, previously you have what? 2 goods. Your income, how much you spend on the 2 goods. But here, is the source of the income. How do you get the income? Okay, you get the income through working, and then you tax that income. And we use the labor working, and labor trade-off. Okay, any question? So you have a budget line or income line, which is constant, not constant, linear. Okay, linear function. So nothing new. Okay, you have a linear function. So when you want to draw the line, you draw it on vertical axis I, horizontal axis L, leisure. Okay, now you find the intercepts. If, all right, my leisure time is 0, how much is my income? I don't have any leisure. I work 24 hours a day. How much is my income? Given W20 example lah. How much is the income?
Sir, sorry, what's the question also?
If I don't work at all, I mean, I don't work. If I don't have leisure at all, no leisure, okay? I work, okay? I work 24 hours. How much income I earn?
24 times 8
24 times?
is 20 times 20.
24 times 20. Okay, that will be what? 480. Okay, there's an example. So if I don't have leisure at all, that means I work 24 hours. So how much income? W multiplied by 24. So that is the maximum income. All right. Now, if I don't have any work, all right, I don't have any work. I don't work at all. Okay. So if I don't work at all, how much is my leisure? If I don't work at all, then how much income do I get?
0.
0. Okay. So if I have 0 income, then how long is my leisure? How many hours is my leisure?
24.
24 hours.
Because you have 24 hours. All right. So good. So our diagram, the budget line, is like this. I have leisure, maximum 24. Okay, leisure cannot be more than 24. So that is 24. And the maximum income, okay, if I work, would be somewhere here. Then the line over here, okay, 24. So that is our budget line, call it B0. So example, you can call it B0, okay, you can call it I0. Example here is 480. Okay, that is our example. The wage rate 20 multiplied by 24, I got maximum income. I work all the time. Okay, 24 hours a day I work. All right. Okay, so that is our budget line. Income, the vertical axis here, income. Horizontal axis, leisure. Okay. All right. Any question? So that is our income. Now, if you maximize utility, then it will be somewhere here. Call it U0. So this is our E0. That is our I. Wait. I don't need. I cannot use I0 here because I use I0 over there. So here you just put I lah. Okay. I max. That means maximum income. I max. This is I0. And this is L0. Okay. So that would be how much income I earn, I0. And then to maximize my utility. So our objective is to maximize utility. I think my battery need to start running out. Utility. Then our equilibrium is E equal to E0. All right. Okay. How much income do I get? I get income I0. Leisure is L0. Okay, now how many hours do I work? L0 meaning from 0 to here. This is how much I have leisure. So how many hours do I work?
8 hours, sir.
Not 8 hours. We don't know. Okay, how much do I work? Is 24 minus what?
Minus L0.
24 minus L0. Okay, so if this is 12 hours, I mean, if this is say 12 hours, yeah, 12 hours. So meaning what? Meaning I work for 12 hours. Leisure 12, remaining hours will be working. And this, so if L0 is equal to 12, meaning W is equal to 24 minus 12, that is 12. Okay? I work 12 hours, so my income will be equal to W times W, small w multiplied by big W. There will be 20 times 12. Okay, so that I0 will be 20 times 12, so 240. So that is example. Okay, if I work 12 hours. Okay, all right. Now, suppose you are taxed. Okay, you are taxed on your income. Okay, so here, how do I tax on income? You tax on income since income is equal to the W, the wage rate, multiplied by the amount of hours that I work. The tax would be on the W. Okay, the tax will be on the wage. Yeah. Okay, the wage. Because from the wage I get income. So tax is on the wage. So this type of tax is not lump sum tax, you know. This tax is on the wage. Okay. All right. So you tax on the income, but not directly. Okay, it's not just lump sum tax. It's a little bit different. Through what? Through W, the wage. Okay. So example. W is 20. Okay. So now I tax income equal to T equal to say 5. So tax is 5 on the wage. All right. So tax on I through W. So we call the tax T. Okay. So tax is T. And then what happened to our tax after the wage? I mean, after tax after the wage, to wage after tax. So if I tax $5, our wage is 20. Then how much do I have earned the wage after the tax? So we call it WT, or we can call it W1. Is equal to what? It's equal to W minus T. Okay. So example. Given tax is 5, wage 20, 25 minus 5, you got 15. So our tax, our wage after tax, okay, or after tax wage would be 15. So after tax wage is simply W minus T. We call it WT. Okay, all right. So what happened to our budget line? So you just put in there the new budget line. So therefore, you call it B1 after tax budget line. After tax budget, what do I have? I equal to 24 multiplied by Now my W is no more W, which is what? WT. WT minus WL. Okay, now what is WT? WT is W minus T. So that is equal to 24 minus W minus T. Okay, W minus T. W minus T, and then you make certain adjustment. Okay, let's see. Okay, what do I get? 24. No, you don't know. You don't have to do that. Okay, we just maintain WT. Okay, and that WT is the wage after tax. I write it. WT minus what is this W? Okay, this W is it the after tax W? Yeah, after tax W. Okay, W T L. So we don't need to change since W is a constant. Okay, and then if I impose the tax, then you have what? You have WT. Okay. Then what happened? This one put WT. Okay. So you don't have to have the WT. You don't need that. Example. Say I. Okay. I1 up. I1 here equal to 24 multiplied by 15. Okay. Minus 15L. Okay. So now, what happened to the budget line? So we ask the same question again. If I work all the time, okay, that means L is 0. What is my income? Okay, all right. So if my L is 0, I don't work at all. I mean, don't work at all. I don't have leisure at all. I work 24 hours. All right. So what is my income? We use the example. You know, use the example, you can see better. What is the income?
360.
24 multiplied by 15. Is that right? So 24 multiplied by 15 is less than 24 times 20. So if you calculate that, what do you get? You get a certain number. Okay. But anyhow, it will be less. Okay. It will be somewhere here. It will be somewhere, say, there. Okay. And then that means L equal to 0, I1 is equal to W 24 times WT. So if I use example, then you got what? Example, I1 is 24, 15. Okay. The point is, your income now will be less. Okay, will be less. Why? Because lower wage due to the tax. Okay. Now, suppose I don't work at all. So that means my L is equal to 24 hours. Now, what about income? If I don't work at all, how much income do I get?
0.
0. Okay. If my income is 0, then what is my L? L is 24 hours. Huh? Okay. You can get also from the equation, you got 24 hours. Okay. So 24 hours is L. So the budget line, in terms of L, is still there. So the budget line will shift on the I-axis, but not on the L. Sorry, it doesn't intersect. So if you sketch, okay, sketch nicely on your note, it should intersect here. Okay, I didn't get it right. Nak buat datang ni. So it will be here. So that is B1. Okay, so the second, the first one was a mistake. All right. Now, what is our new equilibrium? Now, equilibrium is somewhere here. Okay, U1. And call this E1. And I have equilibrium here, L1, I1. So the shift of the budget line, because I text on the wage, okay, which translate into income, it's like this, okay. It's like the shift of the budget line, just like the shift of the budget line due to the price tax. Okay, it shift only on income axis. So what happened to the utility of the consumer here, of this individual?
Less utility.
Utility will reduce. Okay, that's number one. Due to the tax, the income tax, we are worse off. Why? Because utility U1 is less than U0. Okay, good. That's number one. What? Number two, what about our income?
Our income also reduce.
Income also reduce. Good. Okay, income also decreases from I0 to I1. I1 is less than I0. Okay, so income now is less. Okay, now number two, number three. What about leisure? Maybe we should start from leisure, you know. What happened to our leisure time?
Leisure stay the same.
No. Tiap balik graf saya. Sini. Tu. Is leisure the same? Tengok balik.
No, it is not the same.
What happened to leisure?
Increase.
Leisure increase. Okay. So leisure increase. L1 is bigger than L0. Okay. So if leisure increase, what about work?
Decreases.
Work will decrease. Okay. So work decrease. So leisure increases, work decrease. So for example, let's say now becomes increases to 16. Okay, that's an example. So example 16, that means I work 24 minus 16, berapa? 8. 8. So our income I1 is 8 times the new wage. New wage is 10. Okay. New wage is 15. I'm sorry, 15. So here is example 15 multiplied by 8. So leisure 16, work is 8. Okay. All right. So this is what happened after you impose the tax. Okay. Number one, utility decreases. Why? Because U1 is less than U0. We are worse off. Okay, due to the tax. Number two, leisure increases. Okay, L1 is bigger than L0. So what does it mean? You mean you have more leisure. Okay, more leisure. That imply what? That imply less work. Okay, example. Now leisure increases to what? What did I put here? 16. Okay, 16 hours of leisure. So that means work is 24 minus 16, that is 8. So I work only 8 hours. And then number three, income decreases. Okay. Now, what is I1? I1 is W1, okay, multiplied by the amount of work. after the shift of the budget line. That is equal to W1. You tax 5 ringgit. Example. Okay, example. I1 is equal to 15 multiplied by 8. So 15 multiplied by 8, 40, 40, 40, 8, 120, is that right?
Yes.